against ICE immigration sweeps. Now thousands are marching in hundreds of anti-Trump No Kings protests nationwide. Our Christina Coleman is in Los Angeles with the latest from there. Christina.
Hi, John. Yes, right now I'm in downtown LA where thousands of protesters have gathered. They've marched around downtown. If you can see there behind me, they are calling for ICE to be abolished. They're also calling for an end to the ICE raids. Take a look at this video. Now, since last Saturday, there's been more than 500 arrests in the LA area related to protest activity, many of them for failure to disperse and others for more serious charges, including looting, attempted murder with a Molotov cocktail, and assault with a deadly weapon on a police officer.
People have to stop calling ICE terrorists and criminals and racists because you're there enforcing the laws enacted by Congress, signed by a president. And that's exactly what ICE is doing. They're enforcing the law. They're not making this up. They're trying to make that safer.
Now, there have been some peaceful protests, including the one I'm at right now. Things are calm, much different from last weekend. And law enforcement is out in full force today to try and keep them that way. They say they're aware of 40 different events here in LA County regarding the No Kings Day protests and roughly 200 of these protests statewide. Meantime, Democrats continue to heavily criticize President Trump for deploying 4,000 National Guardsmen and 700 Marines to the LA area. They're here to protect federal property and federal personnel during the anti-ICE protests.
Christina Coleman is reporting live from Los Angeles where that parade, protest, I guess you could say, is underway. Christina, thank you. And we'll be right back.
Hey, y'all, Gravity and Day Above Ground Livid. I hope you're having a fantastic start to your Monday. The more things change, the more they stay the same. But, you know, it is what it is. So Saturday wasn't hitting on nothing. And that's a fact. Because Saturday, we had the No Kings protest. And as I put on X, we let you know over here that we passed one on the way to work, and we were like, what are you talking about? What is this? There's a number of white people and a couple of old heads on the black side out there. And I was like, damn, that tikka masala I had was beautiful. Everybody start cooking now. But anyway, let's terrorize both sides today. We're going to terrorize Democrats and Republicans. So we're going to let you decide, who do we terrorize first? Do we terrorize the Republicans and the conservatives, or do we terrorize the Democrats and the liberals? I will let y'all decide how we go today, because we have stuff from both sides. And we're going to roast both sides because both sides are sad. Because y'all ran outside to protest that man, and then the other side decided to go defend that man, but our supply chain is still messed up. I'm just saying. Hold on one second. All right. You want to start with the Democrats to attract the worst trolls. Okay. We could do that. That's a good rationale. Because I got a lot to say about these No Kings protests. Because I guess these people don't understand what they did. Damn, Dom P, it's barely sunrise where you at, and you're already starting with the pause. The Bay Bridge didn't even get to its optimal temperature with the sunlight, and you're already with the pausing. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Hey, that thing mixed already. All right, so y'all want to start with them Democrats. Okay, we can do that.
There have been rallies across the country opposing President Trump's agenda on the day of the president's military parade. They cap a week of demonstrations against immigration raids.
I will give them credit though. They did have some creative signs out there. I did see one. Somebody said in Chicago that ICE don't get no nana. I was like, that's kind of fire.
That began in Los Angeles and spread nationwide. Today's events in about 2,000 cities and towns were organized by the...
So according to this map, we got New York, Chicago. I'm guessing that's Atlanta, even though they weren't hitting on nothing down here. That is Houston, Phoenix. I'm guessing those were the epicenters. They even had in Puerto Rico and Mexico. Mexico. Way south of Mexico. Around Cancun and Acapulco. Way south. Even in El Salvador. What are we doing? At least Jamaica, they had to put Jamaica on the map, but Jamaica didn't participate. That was actually smart. They even had it in Key West. Now, these were all planned. That didn't mean they were executed. They were just all planned. California, you out of line. Y'all they didn't even do nothing in the desert. I bet you they did one in the desert, though. Sure, Tubal Cain. Yeah, protesting is a waste of time. Okay, you're right. Okay, yeah, because protests have never helped anything progress. You're correct.
No Kings movement, which calls the administration's actions authoritarian. There were rallies near Mr. Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Let me help you. When you vote, that's a form of protesting. Just wanted to let you know that. Telephone.
In Boston, where it was raining. In Atlanta, with Proud Boy counter-protesters looking on. And in Philadelphia, the flagship No Kings rally. Local officials urged protesters to demonstrate peacefully and avoid...
The birthplace of where they say our independence was the centerpiece for this protest. That's beautiful. Isn't it? Philly, you off code. How many people they were doing all this, right? And in every one of these backpacks, I bet there was a cheesesteak. And a bag of Hers sour cream and onion chips.
Blocking roads. The No Kings protests were organized by a coalition of groups. Lisa Gilbert is co-president of one of them, Public Citizen, a progressive advocacy group. Lisa, what have you been hearing from across the country about crowd turnout and that sort of thing?
It's been amazing.
My bad.
We've seen, as you mentioned, 2,000 plus events, millions of people turning out peacefully to say, in America, we don't have a king. In America, we're a democracy. It's been amazing and inspiring, frankly.
We don't have a king. Okay.
No reports of any problems, no violence, no counter-protesters?
Very limited counter-protesting and absolutely no violence. We've been very clear with folks, full events.
The reason there were no counter-protests is because the counter-protesters, aka the Trump supporters, they had on their knee pads. They were hoping to be the one that Trump would allow the effort to be performed on him. They wanted that honor. It's hard to walk with knee pads. Just saying.
Everyone is turning out with the same message that We've seen authoritarian excess and corruption in the Trump administration. We're watching them crack down on free speech, detaining people for political positions, and that's just not what America is all about. And people have really hewed to that message and been very clear.
Why does she sound Canadian?
There was no King's event scheduled for Washington. Why was that?
That's right. Well, as you know, in Washington, the president is simultaneously holding his bombastic birthday military parade. We wanted to make clear that we're not protesting the military. We are.
No, you wanted to make it clear that you guys are. The words that you put sometimes in front of cat. Because real ones would have been in D.C. doing it. I'm just saying.
Instead, protesting the administration's authoritarian actions. We didn't want to stand in front of the military parade, but instead have a split screen showing what the president is wasting taxpayer dollars on here in Washington and what
And you guys are wasting taxpayer dollars protesting something because black people ain't out there, so it didn't hit on nothing. What about all the security that the cops had to do and all the overtime you gave them? That's coming out of your pocket. All the street closures, that's coming out of our pocket. We got to deal with that. We're going to have to pay for that. All the businesses that y'all screwed up protesting through these streets, we going to end up having to pay for that. Yeah. It's cool when you do it.
everyone everywhere else in the country is calling for. An America they can believe in, a democracy they trust.
In the pictures we've seen from the rallies across the country, we hear a variety of chants, we see a variety of signs. Is there one specific message or objective today?
I mean, I think the main message is just they've gone too far. You know, America is predicated on the idea that we all have a voice, we all have a say. We've been watching attacks on universities, on nonprofits, on judges. You know, this is not the America we know. And I think people are truly fed up and wanted to gather to say just that. In America, we do not have a king.
This follows the hands-off protest in April, the May Day protest. Are there more planned? What's next for this coalition?
It's a great question. Yes, it's been a crescendo of action. I think more and more people each time.
Hey, it's January 6th. I'm sorry. I know that's a sore spot for the red hats. I understand.
We organize, turn out, and show that
you felons, you.
Their discomfort with what is happening in our country. Looking ahead, we'll see organizing.
Look at his face. He's like, what is this BS? By the way, screenshot. Look at his face. He's like, what is this BS? And he won't go sleep.
Juneteenth. We'll see organizing on later on in the summer around Labor Day. We expect to organize whenever we need to in a rapid response manner as well. Obviously, it's been a challenging week with what has been happening in California. We're worried about what the administration has been doing. So I would anticipate the crescendo will continue and we'll see more and more organizing and people out in the streets.
I have to ask you, as you may know, there was a terrible attack on lawmakers in Minnesota today, a targeted attack, according to the governor. Do you have any concerns about the rhetoric as you protest on both sides, the rhetoric being incendiary?
Well, first, what happened in Minnesota was a huge tragedy. All of the No Kings protests in that state were canceled out of respect for what occurred.
Oh, they were canceled. They stood in solidarity. Should have canceled it all the way. Hey, Shane. Sorry, y'all. Hold on.
You know, certainly I can only speak for what's happening on our side, the side that is talking about democracy. I think.
Turn to President Trump's military parade through the nation's capital and the nationwide protests against his administration's policies. We have team coverage this morning. ABC's Alex Stone is live in Los Angeles. But we're going to start with ABC's Alex Perche, who joins us from Washington. Good morning to you, Alex. You were out there amidst all those protesters.
That's right, Janae. And it was quite the contrast between what played out on the National Mall, a parade of pomp and circumstance, and the many protests and some unrest across the country. From Atlanta to Arlington to Albuquerque to Anaheim, 2,000 separate demonstrations this weekend in all 50 states. So-called No King's Day protest voicing opposition to President Trump's agenda and a joint birthday celebration he threw for the U.S. Army and himself.
Look at this man. Hey, sir, you need to wake up. But you know what? We're going to save you for a minute. I don't want to go there yet. Chosen One, why would he do that? He told you that the other day. And we covered it in live. He wants the illegals here because he realized that he needs the farming sector to still run. And he still needs the hotel restaurant industries and leisure industries to still run. And they like to employ illegal immigrants because they work cheaper. And they get a kickback if they become a citizen. See, the news won't tell you that. That's through research. And being in that industry, such as myself, I know these things. That's why. That's how you can justify the minimum wage. But we're gonna save that. I don't wanna shoot that gun off yet. David covered it in Australia. You know, Forster's home for beer. The kangaroos, they were up in arms over the one called Trump.
Back on the president, all the while, an act of political violence cost a woman her life.
Damon, the farmers were always breaking the rules. Always.
From Washington, D.C.
Washington,
Two
D.C.
very different Americas on display.
Hey, quick question before we continue the video. Do y'all want me to go get the video when the Australian reporter got shot by the cop? I think we're going to go get that.
Major military parade rolling through the streets of Washington, D.C. as fury rises against the commander-in-chief in protests spanning the entire country. The king in question, President Donald Trump, front and centre on his 79th birthday, overseeing 7,000 troops, dozens of tanks and just as many aircraft.
This is the best thing we've had for our country. No other president has ever done this for us.
It's amazing. I love to celebrate the president. Best president of all time.
An exhibition of military might, officially to mark the Army's 250th anniversary.
Every other country celebrates their victories. It's about time America did too.
Trump taking the opportunity to deliver a blunt warning to the world.
If you threaten the American people, our soldiers are coming for you. Your defeat will be certain, your demise will be final, and your downfall will be total and complete.
Donald Trump has long desired this military parade. It was an idea shut down in his first term, but on his return to power with a team stacked full of loyalists, his dream today became a reality at a time where the deep division in this country is on full display.
Crowds in New York, Philadelphia, and Los Angeles. But demonstrations in Minnesota were cancelled after a local...
I'm the sad one, but you're named after a minute. Why don't you become Ben and Howard? You would have learned more.
Democratic lawmaker was assassinated by a man pretending to be a police officer. 57-year-old Vance Luther Bolter gunned down Melissa Hortman and her husband after attempting to kill another.
This was an act of targeted political violence.
The FBI releasing these chilling pictures of the...
Oh, shit. Hey, baby. Yeah. Come here. It's a dude from Breaking Bad. He was breaking into somebody's house. What's his name? Hank Heisenberg. He right here on the TV on the computer. Come look at Heisenberg.
Okay, so who is it really?
You tell me. That's Heisenberg. Tell me that ain't Heisenberg.
That looks like a bad mask. Where's his beard?
I don't know. Maybe he cut it off. Everybody would have recognized Heisenberg.
Suspect in a Halloween-style mask. The was found in his car, along with the names of 70 other possible targets. Tonight,
They say he had a whole fake cop car. What? The shit you can buy online is hilarious. Or at junkyards. It's just funny.
he's still on the run.
Do not approach him. You should consider him armed and dangerous.
Just another example of how divided America has become.
Now, Australia, you're not finna do that because y'all are divided too between the regular folk, the criminals, well, the descendants of criminals, because that used to be a penal colony, and the indigenous people, the aboriginals. So please, don't talk about no dividing. Plus, I didn't see no outrage when we were about to play that video of your reporter getting shot by them cops in LA. You didn't say a word. Y'all should have been chucking all the monitor lizards at everybody in LAPD.
In Washington, D.C., Miley Hogan, 7 News.
And protests against Donald Trump had nearly turned deadly after shots rang out during
The person that said the peaceful, tolerant left, I don't think you should be talking like that when your side was climbing the Capitol. I'd be quiet. Just saying. Y'all shouldn't say y'all peaceful when we watched y'all after Vanderbilt won that game against Alabama and y'all took the goalpost and threw it in the river. That's not peaceful. I'm just saying. Y'all were the same ones cheering when Trump ran the first time, people getting punched out at his rallies. But yeah, we shouldn't talk about tolerance. Please. America is not a tolerant country. Thank you so much.
a protest in Salt Lake City. The 10,000-strong crowd scrambled for safety. 3 people are in custody tonight, 1 man critically injured. It was another moment of violence as demonstrators massed in huge...
Wait, Rebecca, if y'all following the narrative in Australia, that's not good because we watched y'all get sealed in your homes. That's not good. And told you can't go more than 15 kilometers away from your home during the scamdemic. Y'all should have been fighting back. Y'all should have radicalized the koalas, but y'all didn't do it.
Numbers all over the US.
They came from all over America, hundreds of thousands filling city streets and parks, a mass mobilization against the president and his policies. 2,000 rallies across all 50 states, massive crowds speaking in one voice.
Now that's a lie, sir, because this is the left. Unless the voice is white or somebody queer, it's not one voice. So please, don't do that. Because we saw the last time they let black people talk for them. They sold them out. We're not going to do that. And while they were selling them out on the street, in the office, they were embezzling. We're not going to do that. Thank you so much.
Protesting Donald Trump's immigration crackdown, military parade in Washington, and what some feel is his increasingly authoritarian leadership style.
I think he should be impeached.
Braff, how dare you say Democrats are only for violence when we saw Republicans and conservatives for violence? We're not going to do that. Don't do that.
We want him out of here. I believe that Donald Trump is destroying our country, our constitutional rights.
And this Negro. You a whole Marine, sir. I understand. I get it. Shout out to the Marines and all service members. Dude, you ain't belonging out there. You don't belong out there, brother. What you need to be doing is you need to be in your neighborhood getting to the youth. That's what you need to be doing. You need to be teaching survival tactics. It's finna get rough. I understand you fought for this country, and again, salute to you, but you need to start at home. Them folk don't care. These are the same folk about to call you baby killer. If Israel and Iran pop off and we get into it, they finna call you baby killer.
being violated, stepped on, trampled on, and disregarded.
After the violent clashes in Los Angeles,
Like your
this week,
contribution to
organisers
America.
were worried.
We're really asking everybody to keep the peace and also asking anybody that attends to
Shane, we're not Democrats over here, so how'd they brainwash me? I give them shit all the time. So try again.
not take the bait. We know that agitators do come out.
But the powder keg that is downtown LA erupted again.
We have lightning. We have a King County up in Seattle. I just forgot to throw that out there. We have King's Hawaiian buns. This is actually pretty good. We have those.
Police reaching for their tear gas and rubber bullets after protesters threw rocks and bottles.
Thank you. We have the LA Kings. I forgot about, and the Sacramento Kings. Even though Shaq called them the Sacramento Queens, we had the Sacramento Kings. Just saying. We had the Latin Kings. Just saying. They made a movie called Three Kings with George Clooney, another white guy, and Ice Cube. It was a good movie. You should watch it. It was a good movie.
This has been declared an unlawful gathering.
Oh, I forgot about Keanu Reeves' movie Street Kings in 2007 with Forrest Whitaker. That was a great movie too, and Terry Crews. That was a great movie.
The police are forcing.
It's free on YouTube, by the way. Shane, what did I say? Oh, we're gonna do this morning. Okay, Shane, what did I say about the Democrats that I? What did they say that I believe? Go ahead. No, unknown. We can't use Lion King. That was Africa. Can't do that. Come on, Shane. Tell me what the Democrats or the liberals just said that I agreed with. Go ahead. This should be fun. Yes, The King of New York. Great movie. Okay, you know what? I'm not attacking you. I'm asking you a question. And I'm not a Democrat. So let's go. Let's start 0 to 0. Let's take the emotion out of it. I asked you a question. What did the Democrats say that I agree with? It should be easy. If you think Trump won on abortion, I don't think you paid attention to the election cycle. But answer my question. What did the Democrats say that I agree with? It should be easy. No, we can't say King Booker because he walked around with an African accent. He was tethering. Woo!
Chaos on the streets.
Yes, sir.
Clashes too in Chicago,
Chicago.
Texas, and Philadelphia.
Yes, sir.
Unrest, many fear, is playing right into the president's hands.
You sure about that? Because then we saw a couple of days before these protests that he said we keeping them illegals here. I don't think it, unless this is for the crime bill, then you might be correct. But maybe since you're part of the Western media, you're not supposed to admit that there's going to be a crime bill next year. Maybe you're not supposed to do that. I'm just saying. All right. Shane, sure. Tell us how Trump rules. Go ahead.
In Los Angeles, Rob Scott, 7 News.
That's great. Braff, you better care because next month is about to get bad. You better care. They're hoping you don't care. What else? Should we look at... Ooh, let's go to the home state. This is Fifth Avenue. So they did this in front of the public library, and it don't look like you're hitting on shit. 16,000 views. Okay, even New Yorkers didn't care. They're just like, okay, this just messed up our commute for Saturday. Hey, Don P, if you're still here, I'm finna laugh at your cities.
A message today. In all 50 states, millions of across the country, from New York City to California, protesting what they see as an unconstitutional push by President Trump to expand the power of his office. They call the protest No Kings. More than 2,000 cities here in the U.S. and across the globe.
Well, Rebel, why would they care? It was a black man doing
It
it.
all comes after days of tense protest over immigration raids and President Trump's deployment of the military to Los Angeles.
In San Francisco,
He did kids in cages. They only brought it up because they accused Trump of doing it.
marching from Dolores Park, you see right there.
They loved it.
Center Plaza. The protests were mostly peaceful. But
He said promises made. Boy, Shane, we about to tell you put on your shoes and leave the house. What do you mean? What promise did he keep? He just turned back on one of his main objectives, immigration. He just turned the corner on that. The tariffs ain't working. Americans, the groceries are still going up. Gas is slowly going up again. Sure. Eggs are at $3.64 average. Currently for the month of June. It's not working. We still have 2 wars raging and a third one might pop off. It's not working. This is all stuff he promised, by the way. I'm just saying. No, sir, this isn't cope. This is called the truth. You're just intellectually lazy and you can't explain why your man has been sitting here lying and not doing what he was supposed to do. Shane, so Democrats were the only ones in control of the money. That's how we got into a $36 trillion debt. Because we have no the Congress was all Democrat when Trump had his first term, and when Biden got in, it was all Democrat. Not one Republican voiced any opposition because they weren't in. It was 535 Democrats in Congress. That's what you're saying. The same people who y'all love to say aren't for us, but we pay their salaries, and you say you have all these corporations discriminating against people and being woke in DEI, the same Congress you're saying gave away the country and this debt, literally had both sides sign a bill to give Asians protections. Nobody else. But it was their fault. It's just Democrats. Republicans had nothing to do with that. You're right. Fact check what? What am I fact checking? You gotta be specific. Fact check what? Because that didn't happen. You're gonna tell me the Asians didn't get a hate crime bill in 2022 that all but maybe 3 Republicans said, yeah, give it to them. Plus money and a task force. That didn't happen, right? Okay. All right. What am I scrolling up on? It's a YouTube video. Oh, Lord. Did Come on, Shay, let's have fun. Come on. I'm gaslighting? He said I'm gaslighting. That didn't happen. You said Democrats bankrupted us. I'm just saying both sides did it. You should be angry at both sides. But, all right, whatever.
During the march. We also witnessed a brief scuffle between demonstrators and Trump supporters. You see it right here.
Your Republican president is about to issue a crime bill, but I'm sure that's going to be the Democrats' fault, right? Because they did the first one.
Bracing for possible violence, as we've seen in the past once the sun goes down after these large and emotionally charged demonstrations. But so far tonight, calmness has prevailed.
Oh, we knew about the Trump phone, Rebel. He's reviving that.
And the messaging on the many signs and costumes was clear.
The message is no kings. Is that America, we took care of a king 250 years ago.
Why does he look like a security cop security? And why does he have on a Star Wars hat? What is going on? I'm playing with this. Thank you.
ago, and this wannabe king is not going to happen.
Organizers urged everyone to remain peaceful, but there were some tense moments and an angry confrontation between protesters and a group of people wearing MAGA hats.
Okay, let's get it correct. This was probably Antifa, and he's a MAGA supporter. Can we just say Antifa? It's okay. Antifa is a bunch of pussies. It's okay.
In front of City Hall. After some yelling and hat grabbing by protesters, one of the MAGA...
I ain't gonna hold you. That looked like the same thing when I was on the ground on January 6th. Some MAGA fool punching an Antifa fool in the face. And I was sitting there laughing. Because one of the other MAGA supporters saved the Antifa fool. I was like, that's crazy. They probably went to go have lunch afterwards. I'm just saying.
The supporters said the incident was reported to police. All of the
Yes, Xavier, we have BLM rights. What's your point?
Parade in Washington, D.C., celebrating the 250th anniversary of the U.S. Army, which also coincides with his 79th birthday. Protesters are concerned about the parade, but also
no, you're not.
talking about California U.S. Senator Alex Padilla being forced
Now, this was
to
funny.
handcuffed.
This was funny. They finna put him on the stage at 28 and embarrass him. Or he might run for governor, and they're gonna embarrass him.
At a press conference in L.A.
Good. You have 13% cultural fatigue. Good. Leave. There's number of black people here.
About the deployment of guard troops and Marines in L.A. and the aggressive nature of migrant arrests.
Ooh, they're playing GTA. Let's get it.
What concerned me more was what was happening in LA and ICE, because I just thought that was a huge...
It's Alex Padilla's son. I will vote for Donald Trump, and Donald Trump going to deport your ass. I hope you sing that on the plane.
disgusting show of aggression and authoritarianism.
My dad was pick lettuce for everybody. So you guys want us to feed
you? He didn't pick lettuce for me. Y'all on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast. We don't get West Coast lettuce over here.
But you don't want to keep us here. That's insane.
Ma'am. Oh, Lord. Jacqueline. That man told you that the first time. He told y'all, I don't like y'all people. Y'all gotta go. Did you think it was gonna turn again? Oh, wow. Oh, Lord. They don't get it. Okay.
So you guys want us to feed you, but you don't want to keep us here. That's insane.
Man, we can feed ourselves. It's not that hard. Did you not watch what's been going on since the pandemic? People have been getting into gardening again. It's okay.
Organizers say 10,000 to 12,000 people turned out for the San Francisco March and Rally, and an estimated 3,000 more stood in formation on Ocean Beach, creating a giant No King banner.
We just want to show that.
What? This. Y'all could be at your state and local legislature saying, fix the supply chain so things can go back to normal pricing. You could be doing that. You're protesting the orange idiot. Not your local leaders, not your state leaders. You're protesting a man that probably doesn't even know your name. Doesn't know your address, doesn't even know what's going on in your district. This is what you're doing. And you wonder why people are leaving the Democrat Party in droves. You wonder why. Okay. All right.
Stood in formation on Ocean Beach, creating a giant No King banner.
We just want to show that the numbers are growing, and we see that every single week on these different road rallies and marches, and that we're not going...
You look like one of them... You know what? I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, but... Why he look like one of them stud chefs on Food Network? They always want to give like those wannabe next level chef food competition jobs to. Roll up your sleeves. Let me see your arm tattoos. Come on now.
Back down.
Hundreds more marched to the Oakland City Hall steps for another protest. The daughter of migrant farm workers protesting in San Francisco told us what she believes the president's policies are rooted in.
Hate and fear. Love and compassion.
Well, she figured it out. Hate and fear. You figured it out. Years later. This is amazing.
Brings everybody together, but hate and fear.
Say that again.
Hate and fear.
Mm-hmm.
Love and compassion brings everybody together, but hate.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Because when we ask for love and compassion, y'all call us the N-word. Yeah, that's love. Oh, you said that with love and compassion, right? Nah, we good. We good. We had motherfuckers out there fighting for y'all. What did you do? Elect your people into our districts, take the shit over, and then call us lazy. No, we good. We good. You get to deal with the white supremacists now. You guys put white on your birth certificate so you can get set aside. You get to deal with them now. We good. We got our own problems in our own neighborhoods to deal with. You got it.
Hate and fear divides everybody.
And organizers say they will continue to come together in larger and larger events, pushing their love for democracy.
Here we go. Don, who said every white person? Who said that? I said white supremacists. Thank you so much.
And their disdain for tyranny. In San Francisco, Tom Jensen, NBC Bay Area News.
Also in San Francisco,
No, Michael with the last name he's actually partly correct. People are selfish. There's nothing wrong with that.
Says they were notified that ICE started sending out texts last night telling people to show up this weekend for check-ins at an ICE office on Tehama Street. A couple hundred protesters, as you can see right here, showed up at 7 a.m. to march, but it appears that office never opened. Immigration attorneys claim it was shut down due to protests, but no confirmation from ICE. Activists are planning another protest there tomorrow morning at 7:30.
What's that number? 866-DHS-2-ICE? Call that number one time. I'm telling you, I bet you call it today. They're trying to listen. President Trump said they could stay, so if you think they're illegal, they're probably gonna be able to stay. Gucci's, what do you mean? Hey, dumbass, you don't know how to plant seeds? Let me help you, sir. I'm finna help you right now. Watch this. I'm finna show him something. I'm finna blow his brains. Watch this. Sir, what you mean black people don't know how to farm? How you think your ancestors ate? Let me help you, sir. You see this here? We got pots in the back. See that? See this? Yes, sir. See this? Are we talking? You see this? I rather like carrots too. It's good for your eyes. Cucumbers, good for your colon. Beets, good for your colon. Spinach, good for your blood. You want to keep talking. We're going to be good this summer. But you keep talking. And there he goes. Hey, fam, just to let you know, when you prove their point, then they start trying to type in the N-word, but they struggle with it. As much as they say it, they struggle to spell it because they're trying to figure out if they should spell it the regular way or the hood way. It's crazy.
Thousands took to the streets in the South Bay as well, a peaceful demonstration involving families and one.
He said he ain't never seen black farmers. Oh my Lord. Oh boy, y'all gotta get out. Y'all gotta go out and travel this country, boy.
In the South Bay. There were a lot of protests in the South Bay and Peninsula.
Damn, they sent the Japanese guy out now. Let's go.
In just about every direction you looked.
People united will never be divided.
In San Jose, about a couple of thousand people took to the streets.
Couple thousand?
James Park to take part.
Hold up, couple thousand? Isn't like San Jose like an hour? Don P, I know you still here. Isn't like San Jose like an hour away south from San Francisco? They couldn't get that overflow down there. I thought it was spelled Concord, not Cocknord. Pause.
And no King's Day protest.
Hey Brian, they love their avocados. They got. Look, somebody out there with an Obama shirt. Go ahead.
That has watched federal agents come into San Jose as well as Los Angeles and San Francisco, detaining.
Everything that he's doing is making this country worse, and I wanted to stand up against the deportations that are happening and against all of the policies that he's implemented.
So why don't you run for city council and stop it? Hey, come here. Is Donald Trump smart or stupid?
Stupid.
There you go. Thank you so much.
In South County, in Gilroy, protest organizers said they were surprised to see about
Now, Earl Smith, you know they don't deport fake Irish people.
a community where farm workers say they feel threatened.
Sir, dumpster, there's plenty of black farms you can look up right now. There's black people working in the field. Thank you so much.
No King's Day protest took place on the peninsula, where organizers
What?
planned and carried out a 7-mile human chain of more than 7,000 participants that stretched from the Tesla showroom in Sunnyvale to the Tesla store in Palo Alto. And as in San Jose,
Don't dead my phone, please.
non-violence.
All right.
Honestly, peaceful. And
There's one in Colorado. They were spotlighted because the government tried to take their farm away.
is understood by everyone. This is not how the other side wants to paint it as this destructive protest.
I feel good when I see this many people came out. Because to me, this looks like
Oh, Lord. Hey, fam, they've been so warped by so many genders out here, they can't even tell a boy's voice from a girl's voice. That's crazy. Wow, Dewey, I think you need to go see an ENT person. That's crazy. All that soy in your ear canal. That's wild.
cannot be oppressed and overrun.
My kid hates nobody. She just recognizes stupid people when they're around. Thanks so much.
We are ecstatic. People really resonated with this idea. We are absolutely.
Nah, my kids, yeah, you're right. My kids just like me.
In support of America,
Honor roll.
in support of our flag, in support of our
Exceptional student. Thank you so much. I appreciate the compliment. A day after Father's Day. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
And with all their collective energy, asking and wondering what will happen next. In San Jose, Robert Honda, NBC Bay Area News.
Protests also stretching up.
Now, will they send out a Chinese person next? Because, you know, they're well represented in the Bay Area.
In the North Bay, you can see it on your left more than 100.
Maybe they'll bring on Diane Yap.
Along Bridgeway near Dunphy Park, and about 50 people came out on Lincoln Avenue in Calistoga, up in wine country.
They went to wine country.
Protest also took place on the central.
They got Trump saying screw Trump.
March in a No Kings protest in Santa Cruz and Watsonville. Organizers say San Lorenzo Park in Santa Cruz was packed even before the rally started at 10 this morning. The demonstrators
Has nothing to do with me not liking him. I'm looking at his policies and he's backing off. That's called stupidity.
Los Angeles, a curfew is still in effect for a square mile of the downtown area after more than
Oh, look, another person asked me why I'm not at work, because it's my day off. You know, when you work, unlike you, Mr. Unemployed, that's what you're earned to that. Thank you.
Until it wasn't. Toward the end of the rally, groups of protesters began throwing commercial-grade fireworks, rocks.
Yes, I'm in the South. A lot of businesses are closed on Mondays. Thank you.
Police say 7 officers were injured by those so-called agitators, though none enough to require hospitalization. They have been out, those protesters have been out in the streets every day since June 6th, and in appeals court late Thursday.
Okay, you're on a call listening to me, so you really don't give a shit about your job.
National Guard troops to California.
I get it. This economy sucks. I get it. Ooh, somebody got shot and killed. Let's get it.
Across the country, other No Kings protests took place from Hawaii to Philadelphia. On your screen right now is Austin, Texas. Governor Greg.
Why would I leave the South? The South is amazing.
Troops to cities across the state to assist local law enforcement. The Austin Police Department says, with the exception of a small group
Oh,
of
Lord.
agitators, the event remained peaceful.
Oh, Lord.
The police department says, with the exception of a small group of agitators, the event remained peaceful.
It's always them old white women. It's always them. Where are y'all getting this from? I bet you they bought this from Amazon. Oh, my God. Oh, we gonna keep, yeah, you know what? Let me put it in a light video so I can get it later. Oh, we definitely gonna clip that. I'm gonna add that when I say the white vote will doom us all. Has doomed us all, because I gotta update it. The white vote has doomed us all. Oh, man, that's crazy. Come on, let's get to the show. I want to hear this person get shot.
Were peaceful. There was a deadly shooting at a No Kings protest in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Mm-hmm.
A man who police believe was a part of a peacekeeping team shot.
Now, George Floyd, you shouldn't be talking about white kids like that. They didn't deserve that.
And a bystander. Police confirming the bystander died at a hospital. No one should.
Okay, so you're an old white woman. Okay, great. You're an old white woman. Tell the reject Golden Girls to stop doing this shit. What is this?
Agitators, the event remained peaceful.
Look at this asshole in the back. Boy, you supposed to be in Florida living out your last days. You out here shaking your ass because you don't like Donald Trump. What are we doing? You should be shaking your ass that you got Social Security funded and your Medicaid didn't get cut off. That's what you should be shaking your ass to.
And alarming and not representative of our values here in Salt Lake City or in our state here in Utah.
Salt Lake police are still investigating the shooting. They do
yes, we call them chicken shits.
A suspected shooter fired the door weapon. These protests coincided with the Army's 250th birthday.
All right, we don't care. I think we ragged on the Democrats long enough. Their protest wasn't hitting on shit. This night, fam, let me show you how much these protests didn't even hit on shit. These protests, not one person put up a speech from somebody at any one of these protests that said, you know what, this is a resonating message. We got to use this. They haven't even done that. They just looked at these people like, y'all bored on a Saturday? Y'all could be at parks. You could be playing with your dogs. Some of y'all be in your dogs, but you still playing with them nonetheless. You could be grilling. It was Father's Day. You could have taken him to Six Flags if you have one in your area. Put him on some roller coasters. Let him take a picture with Bugs Bunny in them. There was a lot of things. You could have taken him to a restaurant, the Cracker Barrel. You could have taken him over there. Red Rocket. I didn't even know Red Rocket's still around. You mean Red Robin. But yeah, you could have taken them there. Applebee's got the twofers again. You could have taken them over there. Y'all could have went to Sam's Club or Costco, get the steak packs. Y'all could have did a lot. Y'all went outside to wear down your sneakers to protest the scumbag in D.C. because you don't like him. And he deporting people that you don't even like. That's crazy. That's crazy. There might be a restaurant called Red Rocket. I'm just saying. He might be in a different area of the country. Let me look. Red Rocket restaurant. Let me see. He might be in a different. Let me look. I ain't say Rocket Farm. I fucked up. I forgot the D. Pause. It is a real thing. So it's down here in Georgia. All right. Red Rock. All right. Get some. I don't know if it is. It's just saying. Red Rocket and oh, that's the game. I don't know. Maybe somewhere in his place. I don't even know. Red Rocket, South Park. South Park. You mean Cartman in them? Get some. It said pause. We're not looking that up. Anyway, let's go get Trump. Let's go look at this parade. Because MAGA's still mad at him over that immigration, but Jack Posobiec was upset, but still went outside and went along the parade route. Interesting. I tell you, they not real. Donald Trump does not want you to share this footage of his pathetically tiny birthday party crowd, but it looked like it didn't even start yet. This look like it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon in DC. And there's number of white liberals out there. You know they like to imitate black people and show up late. uh, France holds an annual military parade on Bastille Day and nobody bats an eye because it's a hot. Oh, Jesus Christ. I tell you they dumb. I tell you they dumb. Sir, this is a national holiday, you fool. Oh my God. Okay. Never mind. This army's birthday comes around once every 50 years. Might go to Trump's birthday party to spend some time alone. Bless your heart. Hundreds of people showed up to wish Trump happy birthday. Millions told him to F off. Is it true that they said that man fell asleep? Is it true? Well, George Barrett, and good morning to you, sir, even though you didn't address the room, but good morning nonetheless. Your man backed off of that. He said we got to keep him for the farms, hotel, restaurant, and leisure industries. We got to keep him here for now. Yeah. He might even float an executive order doing it. He said it on Thursday. So, yeah, there's that.
It's credited with plunging the bayonet into the heart of the enemy, with 13 members of the division receiving the Medal of Honor. The 7th enables and sustains the combat readiness of 2 Striker Brigade.
Brooklyn Dad, you are a retard. This fool said they were not walking in formation to protest Trump. You were, I swear. Democrats, let me holler at you real fast before we go crack back on Trump. Him, Joe from Jers, Harry Sisson, Randy Weingart, and that blue eyes white bitch. Why do y'all consistently prop up these voices who knowingly lie? I just want to know. This piece of crap don't go outside. This piece of crap talking about somehow he a Brooklyn Dad, but he live in Florida. He hates the right so much, he went and bought a blue check and gave his ID to Elon Musk and his friends who sent it to Israel just so he could get a paycheck every month. Okay, you got it.
Teams at a combat aviation brigade. Gained the nickname.
Okay. Holy shit, MAGA Patriot flew a banner in the air saying happy birthday King Trump over the No Kings riot. I voted for this. Again, and now you're letting AI voices and people like her to basically go against the message. That man literally said, I'm not a king. I'm your president. And you wrote this. And y'all gave her shine on it. Yeah. All right. Okay. King Trump's birthday. This is one of your conservative voices. She said it. She played libertarian, but she be talking with conservatives and be around them. Mind the lib today that today is King Trump's birthday. King Trump. Lord. Oh, Lord. The same chick who was in that calendar a couple years ago and then went in a space for 6.5 hours to justify her being in there. Her. Okay. All right. Okay. This is not satire. Trust me, Rebel, this is not satire. They're dead serious. James O'Keefe, can you relax your shoulders, sir? Why are you so tense? I can't wait to get to that Tucker Carlson piece. Let me see if he talked, because I don't see any of these people putting up something that he said. Oh, by the way, for those who thought I was lying, see? There he goes. There's the message he put out on Thursday. I can take a screenshot. Braden, listen, it's all about optics with Americans. It's optics. They care about the optics. I don't care about Gavin Newsom. He's an asshole. President Trump just sent a strong message to Iran. I'd say Iran is not winning this war. They should talk, and they should talk immediately before it's too late. Okay. He still don't get it, but, you know. I get it. When they tell you, when the powers that be that run you tell you don't say anything about BRICS, you come out with statements like this. I get it. I get it. Let me see. Did he even speak that day on Saturday? Did he even speak? Or he just stood there? What does it say? What a great parade. Thank you, Army. Oh, Lord. Now they think, oh, Lord. All right. Please get to this message to President Trump and his team. I served the U.S. Army interpreter. My family's F-2A visa is now frozen due to a new proclamation.
Army in Kandahar, please help me get this message to President Trump and his team.
I don't think he cares.
My name is Fanu Malak. I proudly serve as an interpreter for the U.S. Army in Kandahar.
He spoke for 8 minutes?
Okay. I risked my life for this country because I believe in it. My father is a U.S. green card holder, illegally filed for my mom's sister. Afghanistan. I risked my life for this country because I believe in it. My father is a U.S. green card holder, illegally filed for my mom, sister, and brother through the F-2A visa category. Their petition was approved, but now under President Trump's new proclamation, their case is frozen. They're still in Taliban control Afghanistan. They followed the law. I stood with America.
You know, for a second, I thought he was Latino. That's on me. I didn't even see the name. I didn't even see the name up here. So that's on me.
Mr. President, Mr. Secretary Rubio, I respectfully ask you, please exempt F-2A families, especially those connected to U.S. allies.
Didn't he put out a proclamation banning certain countries, and he's going to ramp it up again soon? So why do you think he should help you? Because you served? Okay.
Please don't leave them behind. If you believe in keeping promises to our allies, please share this video and help bring attention to cases like mine.
No, he's not going to do that. Sir, you're part of the military-industrial complex. If you're not making him money, he don't give a shit. The powers that be don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about the soldiers. You're just, and any soldier in here can tell me, you guys are weapons for the government. Just like people in the workforce, we're all replaceable. They don't care as long as it turns a profit or it gets them some resources. That's it. Don, you haven't said anything that makes us critically think. So we're just going down to your level today. When you say something that we can critically think on, then, you know, we'll give you your credit on it. Say something smart. Or be like Josh, because he's retarded. Nothing wrong with being retarded. There's actually funny retarded people out here. Josh ain't one of them, but there's funny retarded people out here. Like Beetlejuice. He's funny. We keep going.
By the way, for those people,
Oh!
they're going to be met with very big force. And I haven't even
Oh, in DC. Oh, only in DC, but you had all over the country. You didn't send the army over there. You didn't send police over there. Oh, okay.
Celebrating big on Saturday. We're going to have a lot of, and if there's any protest that wants to come out, they will be met with very big force. By the way, and for those people that want to protest, they're going to be met with very big force. And I haven't even heard about a protest.
Now he a damn lie. This is the man who gets several briefings a day. You gonna tell me that and your people watch social media? You gonna tell me you didn't know nothing about no protest? Boy, this man just be lying.
But, you know, this is people that hate our country, but they will be met with very heavy force.
Oh, so you're gonna turn the police state on protesters. So the police, the tool of the republic against people that are using their constitutional rights. That sounds like it's always going to end well, right? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Prove I'm a racist, dumpster. Prove it. Oh! Massive military parade in Washington, D.C. to mark 250 years since the founding of the U.S. Army coincided with Donald Trump's 79th birthday. And at the same time, protesters in thousands of cities rallied with the message that America wants no kings. Americans. All right. Okay. The Army shared this video on social media of a tank transporter festooned with graffiti reading Hang Fauci and Bill Gates. How did they get that? All right. Okay, I don't care. We got to pay for that anyway. We got to pay to get that cleaned anyway, so it is what it is. A Ukrainian flag. Yeah, that's what you lead with. All right, let's see. I should be upbringing. What? What? What do you mean? Why am I not speaking about the black community? Sir, I speak about the black community every time. What the fuck are you talking about? Sir, I literally sit on this platform and advocate for the young brothers and sisters to get in the trade. Stop having them force you to go to college so you can be 21 by the time you're licensed and able to be on your own and get your own business. I literally advocate for neighborhood watches so we can keep the police at a distance. We control our own problems and our own solutions. I literally uplift black kids who go through the process and get millions of dollars in scholarships. I've literally had interviews with people who are black that are on the ground helping the youth, including King Randall. I spoke to him twice on here. I literally just had a brother on here a month or two ago talking about his trade business and how to get it started if you want to do that, who went through the penal system and now has a successful business. But I don't do anything for the black community. I've literally been on the ground volunteering. Okay. I mean, you're right. I don't do nothing. You're right. It's just, yeah. Okay. Literally tell them don't follow none of these influencers, Democrat or Republican or conservative or liberal. Think for yourself. You're right. I do nothing. All right. Cool. Kyle Kalinski's a bitch. I don't care what he said. What else we got? Oh, look. That's a whole familicide right there. That's a familicide facilitator right here.
Enemies have learned that if you threaten the American people, our soldiers are coming for you.
That sounds very police-like.
Your defeat will be certain, your demise will be final, and your downfall will be total and complete.
Oh boy. Now, listen, I'm not about to argue with somebody who says I ain't got a father who hung themselves. I'm not about to do that. Not today. And especially I'm not about to argue with somebody who hung themselves and whose girl is snitching to the state right now. I'm not about to do that.
Our soldiers never give up, never surrender, and never, ever quit. They fight, 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 and they win, win, win.
I guess he doesn't understand the concept of a joke, but I get it. I get it. See, if you had a father in your life, sir, you would understand the epidemic of sarcasm. But considering your daddy ain't picked up the phone for you since you came out of your mama's cooter, I would expect you wouldn't understand what that is. And you ain't had no men around your life either. It's okay. Sir, it's okay. I talked to my old man on FaceTime yesterday and wished him a happy Father's Day along with his granddaughter. It's okay, sir. I know that's envious for you, especially coming from a black man. It's okay. It's all right. You want me to help you? I got my other phone. I can get it from my daughter. We could call up your old man. We could put him on the phone. We could reconcile y'all. I'll do that for you because black people have empathy. We could do that for you. I do that right now. Correct. I'm one of those that I go in pussy. Thank you so much. That's beautiful. Consistently in and out. It's beautiful.
Just never quit. I've seen so many brilliant people. They gave up in life. They were totally brilliant. They were top of their class. They were the best students. They were the best of everything. They gave up. I've seen others who really didn't have that talent or that ability, and they're among the most successful people today in the world because they never quit and they never gave up.
Well, Josie, it's not going to hit like next year. Because remember, yeah, he's turning 80, but the Army will be 251. That's not going to hit. We got to wait another. Well, remember, next year is the what they call it, the bicentennial and a half, half centennial, whatever the fuck they call it. Now, you want to see some wasting of some resources. Now, they said this one was 45. He might add a 0 to that next year. And it might be crazy. Everybody in this country finna fall off fireworks. People gonna try to blow up water. It's gonna be funny. No, it's not the bicentennial. Bicentennial was in 1976. Next year it'll be 250 years of this country after signing the Declaration of Independence. July 4th, 2026. I wonder if Trump never existed, what would some talk about? I mean, we don't talk about Trump all the time on here. They'll tell you yesterday we had a nice discussion about Goku and Vegeta and how Goku ain't shit. He ain't shit as a father. And how he ain't killed nothing. That was actually a fun conversation. Hello, Crystal. Hope I will earn your subscribe. I mean, C-Unit, I mean, they had fun the last 4 years they had fun. There was a lot to talk about. They'll just go back to black people. We're always the topic. If it ain't Trump, it's black people. That's the train that's never late. What else we got? Oh, scumbag. What are you saying? Do y'all care about what scumbag says? Y'all can put a 1 in the chat if you want me to play what scumbag said or press 2, and then we'll just move on. How tall is Vegeta? Enough to get Bulma. And the bag. The forever bag. Oh, y'all want to hear what he said? All right, I got 2. Yes, we built the pyramids. What is your point? Well, Nene, hey, don't do that. Don't do that. They get upset when you bring that up. Don't do that. All right, I got a 2-1. So, nigga, you lost the battle, Wallow J. I love how the Christian Broadcast Network was the one that put this up. By the way.
First, happy birthday to you, President Donald J. Trump.
I didn't realize you could be on your knee pad standing up. And why does he look tired?
You've been an extraordinary leader, decisive, courageous.
That's debatable.
Vision, clear action. You have done great things for Israel. You've been an extraordinary friend to the Jewish state and to me personally. We've known each other for many years, and we appreciate what you've done.
Correct. The Greeks got that from the Moors. Keep going.
Doing now, helping protect Israeli lives against the criminal regime in Iran. I want to wish also a 250th happy birthday to the American Army. The men and women of the armed services with the United States have protected freedom for 2.5 centuries.
Oh, because it was just the Army. I thought we had 5 other branches, but never mind. You got it.
Not have a free world without you. Thank you on behalf of free peoples everywhere. Today, Israel is defending freedom in the Middle East and beyond.
Michael, there's plenty of conservatives and Republicans that don't like what Trump is doing. We literally went over that the other day. And we're talking about prominent voices. Oh, you don't believe me? Hold on, y'all. He don't believe me. I'm finna show him something. I'm about to show you something right now. Yeah. Remember, for those who haven't been here, the Tabernacle, people that have been here, I told them during the election cycle, MAGA was going to fracture if he got back in. And now, look, here comes his number one rep. Now she talking about there's grifters in MAGA. No shit. I was wondering when you were going to figure it out. Huh. This was actually funny to read. I read this morning. This was hilarious. Look, America voted for mass deportation. This is from Carrie Lake. The voice of American radio, whatever the position he gave her. Yeah. America voted for mass deportations. And he said, nah, we're going to pause on that a little bit. He said it. Wait, what happened in Lake Lanier? Somebody drowned again? Baby? Somebody disappeared in Lake Lanier again. Somebody disappeared in Lake Lanier again. There you go. They really trying to see if Oscarville's still under the water. And the ancestors say, hey, you want to see something cool? Come in. Hey, Frank Cooper, yes, there is a Church of White Power. It's called the Latter-day Saints. Next question.
We're doing so against a tyrannical,
it's called the Catholic Church.
Iranian regime that wants to build atomic bombs to destroy us and wants to build ballistic missiles.
The Jesuits.
Intercontinental ballistic missile to be able to threaten anyone and everyone in the world.
The Davidians.
By defending ourselves, we're also defending others.
Catholics are not racist, boy. Michael, you a damn lie.
We're defending Europe. We're helping defend also the United States, which helps us at the time in our defense. This is an important mission. Right now, the Iranian regime is bombing our civilian neighborhoods.
He looked like a whole SNL character.
They've tried to assassinate President Trump twice. They bombed American embassies. They killed 241 Marines in Beirut. They killed and injured thousands of Americans with their IEDs in Iraq and Afghanistan. They burn the American flag. They chant endlessly, death to America. Our enemy is your enemy. And by doing what we're doing, we're dealing with...
What? Michael just said this is why people won't vote Democrats. Didn't they just not do that 4 years ago? Did they not just vote Democrats this past election? Okay. All right. You got it.
Something that will threaten all of us sooner or later. Our victory
do we intend to
Our victory.
Well, we've already done great things. We've taken out their senior military leadership. We've taken out their senior technologists who are leading the race to build atomic weapons that will threaten us, but not only us. We've done all that.
It's not my fault. That's the video. I have it on 100. It's whoever recorded this.
But we are also aware of the fact that there's more
Oh, Lars, you should stay. I'm really gonna get racist very soon.
violence over the skies of Tehran will deal blows to
I know, Green Man. Yeah, Netanyahu do look like a shaved chimp. You're right.
We have indications that senior leaders in Iran are already packing their bags. They sense what's coming.
Yeah, they packed their bags with the shoulder-fired missile.
We had information that this unscrupulous regime was planning to
That's why I said both of you should stay. I'm really about to get racist.
to their terrorist proxies. That's nuclear terrorism on steroids. That would threaten the entire world. This is what Israel is doing.
Y'all not doing nothing except talking. Go do something. They hit Tel Aviv and Haifa. Go do something. Jesus. Trust the pen. The signs are clear now. Know the truth. For these are the last days of evil. Okay. So the world is going to end if there's no evil. I hope y'all understand that. All right. Oh, boy. They don't get Trump Force 47. They're just making up websites now. Bragg soldiers who cheered Trump's political attacks while in uniform were checked for allegiance appearance. Oh, okay. All right. That's their fault. Army veteran goes viral for powerful No Kings Trump protest message. Why is he look? What? Damn, they just be embarrassing people. That's the picture? Let me see what he said.
LA's not gonna let it go. We are here. They have to realize that no one came to this country. The country came to us. We are here. We're not going anywhere. Okay? We serve this country right here.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I give my life for this country, but we gotta do it right. Not for this jerk, not for this guy. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for saying hello.
Oh my God. You couldn't even give me full context. All right. Where's that? Boy, I swear to Christ. These folk right here. Yeah. Hey, church, forget that. Tell them to define woke. King Trump in America. I hope you're not saying he a king, because you know what happens to kings. They get their crown knocked off. You give somebody a target. I don't think you want to do that. As I said, I don't hate this man. But this man's decisions the first 5 months of his second tenure, you got to scratch your head on. Look, this is Matt Walsh. He said this yesterday, how Trump can completely destroy his legacy in 2 easy steps. Get us involved in the war in the Middle East. Give amnesty to illegals on behalf of the hotel industry and big agriculture. He said that. Well, Braden, Jesus is not an American concept. He didn't fire Elon. Elon left. He didn't fire him. We already knew Elon was going to leave at the end of May. He didn't fire him. Now, he fired Vivek and just said, you know what? Since you were on your knees for me for months after they didn't like you in Iowa, we'll let you bow out gracefully and say that you're going to go run for governor of Ohio. That's what he did. Don, we don't celebrate Netanyahu over here. His country is literally the reason why these cops are over here wilding out, because of Jensen. But, all right. Now, TJ, you know he's not going to do this. You know he's not going to look at what Matt Wall said. He's like, you know what? Yeah, number one's a bad idea. No, number one's a good idea. Number two is a good idea. He's not. He's going to do these. You got to understand, Trump was envious of Obama because he had a war on his books. He didn't get to wear that hat. You know, the army helmet. He didn't get to paint his face. He ducked the draft. He wants a war. He wants to be the number one guy. A draft dodger leading troops. That's great. Yoink! Yo, Bethany Mandel did a baby face turn. Yoink! Damn, Bethany Mandel is wild, boy. She really got busted up over what is woke. And she had on a Superman shirt. That's even better. One more time. Yoink! and then he was like, oh shit. Shot right after her. I know why he initially didn't want to, because he got on them what they call them Fleischmann shoes on. If you old, you understand what I just said. Yoink! Where are they? They just disappeared out of view. Damn, that white woman was out, blood. What do you mean I support thievery? What the hell? This whole country was taken. Why would I support that? It was just funny that she took it and she was out. I ain't never seen a white woman run that fast. And he still couldn't catch her. I understand he had on a suit, the Fleischmann shoes, and the bullhorn. He should have yelled at her. One more time. Yoink! Wait, and she ran fast with the side of her head and she was gone. Look at that distance. Woo, that's crazy. Oh, and then there was this. MAGA turned on Tucker. Hey, everybody that was here with me prior to today, when we did the live stream of Tucker talking to Putin, what did I say in there? They finna turn on him. And here we are. I love how y'all keep changing this number, how much damage BLM did. First it was $1 billion, now it's $2 billion. Okay. I hope y'all understand y'all were complicit in that too. Every race was out there. Just want to know. And by the way, since y'all wanted to keep talking about BLM, why don't y'all get to your white liberal cousins and tell them to stop doing that shit? They the ones making y'all look bad. Well, Squab, that's even worse. You couldn't catch it. You couldn't catch a transitioner. That's crazy. I support what? BLM? I actually don't. But keep going. Ooh, let's have fun.
Whoa, 1985 flashback.
Taking the shot with no reaction.
Boy, you about to die.
That's the goal.
No reaction? Yeah, that's not going to happen.
190 proof, 95 ADV.
Oh, you don't have to tell us that. We know it's...
Why would I give Native Americans my computer when they can literally walk into a Best Buy and go get it and just put their treaty on the counter at the checkout? Interesting.
Origin story. Oh, he's not mixing that with anything. This poor kid.
Get some. That's how everybody found out when Trump said, "Listen, that's every Republican when he found out that I'm not deporting nobody no more." That's every MAGA person.
There it is. Yup. And the record for somebody attempting to drink Everclear without mixing it with something.
Sir, happy hour, you're stupid. If somebody says happy hour, you're looking at somebody drinking Everclear straight and saying that it's fake. And your name is Happy Hour. Okay. You gotta go. You're trolling yourself now. Frank, every country on Earth's been stolen. So where exactly are you gonna go? Elon's trying to steal Mars. We're fucked. The older Decepticons have the dark side of the moon. Where am I going?
Something is 0 for however many times they attempted to do this. You didn't have any elder Gen X or millennials you could have conferred with.
Who the hell is Haman?
About this.
Hold up. Braden, who is Haman? I don't know who that is. Tell us who that is.
I could actually smell it now, and it's not even anywhere near me. This was our form of entertainment at every party. There was always at least one person that tried this, and they always failed. It is liquid fire. Everclear is the reason why we have most of the emojis we have today. That was the inspiration for the faces. Even when you mixed it with something, it didn't help much at all. Well, on the bright side, your mouth is now sterilized for the next 15 years.
That ain't gonna help when you want to eat good fried chicken. Get some.
Que nos va a sacar de este hueco se llaman los negros americanos.
Why we got to be negros? I'm just kidding.
100%. African American community is the only community that has the power in this country to change anything. They are the only one with the
I bet you if you got around us, you hike them titties up. I bet you do that.
experience of civil matter. They are the only one que tenían el esclavo ahí mismitico. They are the only one that...
I actually don't. Would you like to see one of my videos where I viscerally took Trump to the woodshed? Would you like to see that? Because it was quite funny that night.
Are not going to get deported anywhere, and you cannot put them all in jail. So African American community, which is the community that is stepped on by Cubans, the most are the only ones that are going to save the Latinos. And
We're not saving nobody. We tried that. All my New Yorkers know we tried that. And y'all said we just want to say the N-word and screw you. In more ways than one. But okay. Okay, Angelina. We get it. We get it. We get it. Some of the brothers, they saw your videos. I'm just saying. For those who don't know. Everybody want to rebrand. I'm just saying. Where is that video? I want to hear the rest. I lost it. I had so many tabs open. There it goes.
And I clap for the African American community that has not come out because it is not. I do. We didn't do shit for them.
I get it.
In masses, but I don't. Me and you support, but in masses, we didn't support anything.
In massas. She did that in corn too. I'm sure she did.
That was going with them. Latinos look at Cubans specifically. I'm not going to talk about any other community because I'm not part of that community, even though I'm a Latina with them.
Mm-hmm.
Cubans talk shit about African Americans. Cubans did not support African Americans. Cubans think that they all victimize themselves. That all of this, all of that. African Americans are the only ones that are going to save your asses, Latino.
We're not saving nobody. We done saving. We became Batman, and Batman Begins with Ducard.
So you better start kissing. If you're gonna kiss some ass in this country, you better kiss some black.
I think she just wanted the recipe for red beans and rice so she could make it with black beans. That's just what I think.
a feminist because when I started, it can't wait till I get home. It says Trump's African refugees. Abandoned, miserable, and missing South Africa. So y'all know he promised them homes, jobs, medical insurance. But instead of the white picket fence and the American dream, he told he was going. Y'all, they been stuck in a hotel in Montana with no food, no money, no cell phone, and with everything going.
Wait a minute, they don't kill animals in South Africa? Go get them bison. I want to see y'all go on video and try to take one of them bison out up there in Montana. I'm trying to see something.
Child, why them folks? Why them folks on Facebook begging?
They begging? They about to put up their cash apps very soon. What you mean they begging? They begging on Facebook for money? That's crazy. Woo! Get some. Whee! Hey, there's going to be a new phrase for either side for the rest of 2025 and 2026.
Austin, are you okay?
There you go. Holy crud muffins. Holy crud muffins. All right, so I woke up this morning and I'm about to go because I got things to do today. I woke up and the Dow was up, so I was like, that's cool. Let me see if it's still up. Because he said the oil prices went back down. Let me look. Ooh, still up, 373. That's good. Oil falls 3% as Iran reportedly seeks talks to end Israel war. I didn't even know they were in a war. But that's all right. I'm sure Zelensky going to come outside and start talking about how can y'all end that war with Israel that quick, but you can't end mine with Russia. Interesting. Okay. Well, anyway, there's that. So, hopefully you learned something. If you did, it done my job. If not, I try to be better next time. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Who knows what might pop off today? It's Monday. Something might pop off. But if not, hey, we'll see you Thursday. We'll have some fun. We're gonna start the tournament. I ain't gonna tell you which one is. I should do, since church is here, I should do best fathers. Goku ain't even gonna make it out the first round. But we may do that. But we might do the candy one first. What is the goated candy? That's what we gonna do. So y'all take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence.